Will this week be smooth like butter, astrologically speaking, or bumpier than a bowl of Rocky Road ice cream? Let's find out. This is Rhonda, and I am bringing you the Empath Astro weather forecast for the week of February 2nd through the 8th, 2026. And I'm doing it here first in Resonance Haven community, and then it will go on YouTube after that. And so, well, okay, so here's the thing for this week. It's going to be a nice low intensity, calm week, but as I said in the written post, gird your loins, weirdos, because we're in for a bumpy ride next week. We got a lot going on. So this week, let's talk about this week, and I'll give you the quick heads up precursor for next week. Okay, so this week, 2nd February as in U.S. reckoning in the evening, which I know is like the middle of the day somewhere on. I'm so messed up with time. Anyway, it's like anyway, in the Aussies and the Down Unders will be on Tuesday the 3rd. You'll have a void of course that lasts for several hours. In U.S. reckoning, it covers the evening, and for those of you on the West Coast, you'll probably be going to bed during it, so it won't feel too badly. But if you run into a time where you're like, oh, I just feel so off, I'm foggy, I can't focus, whatever, that is what a longer moon void will do to you. I mean, some of them that come up are short, a few minutes, maybe an hour, and you notice a brief fog. Well, this one is covering like 5 hours. So for me, I have my writing critique group, so I don't have to have my brain on full and fully engaged. I'll be okay. But so if you notice things like that, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, the energy on my clipping along, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, wait, something happened. Like, oh, the brakes went on. And that can be what the moon void will feel like. Okay, so that's for Monday. For the February 3rd, well, Uranus is preparing to turn around and go direct. So he's been going backing away and backing away. And now I always feel like there's this time before they go direct when you can like feel where the brakes are going, turning around, and then we start to move forward. So there's this little bit of a transition time where I don't know exactly what you're feeling. I can kind of tune in and go, oh yeah, Uranus is getting ready. He's fixing to turn around, so, so you might be feeling that. So Uranus turning around as of February 3rd will mean the only planet in retrograde after this happens will be Jupiter. So, okay, Uranus, what does all of this mean? Uranus is whatever. Well, we probably know retrograde means that we perceive it as going backwards. It's not like really the planets in the space going this way and then going that way, but it's our perception of the way things move relative to our planet. So we feel it in that way. So every planet is like a character. Okay, so Uranus is all about the unexpected. Surprises. Also, a lot of things that happen with Uranus are big things involving energy, and part of this is because of when the planet was discovered. So, but you'll be having that move forward instead of reverse. So hopefully you'll have some more happier surprises that will come up. So that's kind of the big, huge news for the week. And hi, Nugget has come here next to me. You can't see her because she's on the floor, but she's leaning in for a snuggle. Hello, beautiful. So, this week will be pretty calm. And this will be a good opportunity for you to regroup. We're in the time of the waning moon, which means we're seeing less and less of the moon in the sky. Of course, you probably know that, but in case somebody doesn't, I don't want to be like talking 3 steps above where you're at. So That will be waning moon is a good time for release, for letting go. In fact, the posts that you'll have, some of the things I've planned for this week are supportive of that, helping you let go, helping you release, and all of that. Now, next week, I'm giving you this heads up in advance because we have like Tuesday, the 17th in US reckoning. um, we have the annular solar eclipse, and the annular solar eclipses are on the new moon. So you'll have solar eclipse, you'll have the beginning of the Chinese New Year, the year of the fire horse, and you've probably been hearing somewhat about that in various places. Okay, now also, and the new moon will be in Aquarius. And so the fire horse year starts off eclipsed because of the eclipse. We start the eclipse season. Eclipses come in pairs, and they're like little brackets that go around a period of time. And so this set of eclipses will be February 17th and then March 3rd, which will coincide to the next full moon. So that's a whole lot happening. We also have a big planetary meetup happening, and I'll give you more about that. But the reason I'm mentioning about the eclipses and such, or the eclipse and all of that this week, is so that you can kind of prepare yourself in recognizing next week is probably going to be a little bit bumpier, a little bit more energy. Things will feel very odd because you have, the eclipse and everything. So, gird your loins. It's going to be a bumpy ride, as I said. To prepare for that, now, what I do in my posts in Resonance Haven, see, the astro weather I can tell you about ahead of time because the planets are moving the way they're moving, and they're relatively slow as it goes. Now, if the sun is going to throw off a spitball, or we're going to have solar winds, or a huge CME, or whatever, those things come up more in the moment. You might have a day or two notice, but I can't tell you what the what the solar winds and stuff will be doing in a few days. So on the comments of the post, if you see a comment from me and I'll say, hey, on this day, or this is happening, or watch for this to happen in a couple of days because the sun threw a spitball or whatever. So the things that are more in the moment, the Schumann resonance and the solar weather, I will add in the comments. So I hope for those of you in the Haven, make your comments. I want you to really pay attention to how you feel. It's nice if you can make like a log and notice. Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling wired? Are you feeling energized? Do certain times of the day, like was your day like chugging along really great, and then all of a sudden it was like the bottom fell out with your energy? Well, if you keep track of those things, you'll start to learn which things are affecting you, because there are differences. Even so, we're empaths, we're sensitive people, we're highly intuitive, whatever. There are a few people in our group that are highly energized by solar storms. And like for me, whenever we had the huge red auroras, and that's in the 400s frequency. Hey, there you are, Twitch. It wouldn't be a real video without you coming to Zoom bomb us or school bomb us. So anyway, so when the auroras were in the red zone, in the frequency in the 400s, oh my, I was just like, someone let the air out of the balloon and it went all over the place. So we feel differently. Some people are energized by it. So the thing is, when you start to pay attention and learn your patterns to not only things like the mass ejections and the Schumann resonance and stuff, but also the planetary movements, you'll start to realize like what you're feeling. Because there are a lot of times I was feeling stuff back in the past before I started learning about the planetary movements and all of that. There are times I'm like, well, I feel this, but I don't know why. And then sometimes you go, oh, well, no wonder, as you start tracking and you'll start noticing. So I hope that helps you. Please come back every week for the Empath Astro Weather Report for the week. And I see you I believe in you. I love you. And I hope you have a fabulous week. When you're seeing me, those of us, when I pop this on YouTube, you need to come see what we're doing in Resonance Haven. All the wonderfully weird people are convening here so we can support each other. Thanks. See you next week.